Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about something that's incredibly serious and often overlooked, the hidden effects of cyberbullying and how social media can harm our mental health.
We all know how connected we are to devices and social media platforms. While these spaces can be great for connecting with friends or finding new communities, they can also become breeding grounds for negativity. Cyberbullying is one of the darker sides of the digital world. Whether it's hurtful comments, spreading rumors, or even online harassment, the impact can be devastating.
What makes cyberbullying so harmful is that it's relentless and you often can't escape it.
I'm a constable here in North Battleford in the general duty section. I work the rural area of Battleford. Prior to joining the RCMP, I've been involved in many different things. One of the programs I was involved in was youth diversion while I was conducting my bachelor's of social work in Ontario. One of the programs we did was called Beyond Bullying. And what it entailed was nowadays there seems to be a shift from when I was a kid, there was bullying inside of school and that's kind of where it stopped. But now we're seeing the trend where bullying continues to go home mainly because of social media and the ability to get a hold of people. So we saw it on cell phones, gaming platforms. It didn't just end in the school and went back. Now we educate them on what the good and the bad is. And if they were to continue bullying people outside of school, that's when, police intervention might occur and they could get charged criminally.
What laws exist in Canada for cyberbullying? So there's a plethora of charges that can be laid for cyberbullying. It can be criminal harassment. There's also counseling or aiding somebody in suicide. So if you tell somebody to go kill themselves, that charge could be laid. There's a whole bunch that could be laid. My name's Ryan O'Hara. I'm a constable with the Battleford RCMP and currently in the role of the school liaison at all the high schools here in town.
And my name is Teresa Michaud. I am the RAP worker. More or less that stands for the Restorative Action Program, and I'm here in the building to support students in and around the area of bullying, cyberbullying, any type of conflict management, healthy relationships, and dabble a little bit in regards to mental health and supporting students in what it is that they need.
It's tough for kids being at school sometimes because there's bullying and all that stuff, and home is supposed to be a safe space. And what you kind of saw, especially with social media, is that when it got home, it never stopped. So they never had that safe space. And the sad part is some kids were turning to suicide. And that's when we really wanted to try and get involved and help those kids out before it got to that point.
What are the most common types of cyberbullying?
So it could be like criminal harassment is the big part of it. So those unwanted messages, being asked to send intimate photos, so nude photos. Is young people are adding people they don't know to Snapchat, elevating their risk of further, just raising the risk.
Never add anyone unless you've had a face-to-face conversation with them, but you also need to remember that you don't even know if that's them that's requesting your friend request on any type of a platform. So again, you have to be a responsible person when you've been handed a phone or any type of online platform. You got to also keep yourself safe, right? Making sure that you know who you're adding, because people can pretend to be other people when they're not, right?
I'm not trying to victim blame or anything. Don't get yourself in a position where, that kind of stuff can occur. Just know who you're talking to. Be fully aware of who it is instead of just talking to a random stranger on the internet. Like when I was a kid, it was, don't talk to strangers. It's kind of the same thing still, but it's just a lot easier with with cell phones. You don't know who you're talking to. There's no face to the name. So just be careful. Monitor your use and just kind of be respectful with who you talk to, because words have a huge impact on people and how they grow up.
What are the dangers of sharing personal information online?
An example is I dealt with a young lady who had her information public, and some persons showed up to her house recently. So if you have your Snap map set to public, people could know where you are 24/7. Additionally, people can view your stuff. Maybe you don't want everyone to see your TikTok videos that you make. It's all very important to protect yourselves and only share your your business with the people you want to share with.
You really don't know, and the thing with the internet is once something's on there, it never gets off. Whether you think you delete it or not, it never comes off. Like you see that with Snapchat. People think that's a very private app. It's not. You can access those photos, like we can find them, people can find that stuff. And
I think the moment you post anything online about yourself, it's a free game and open world for them to use your pictures or anything. They can take screenshots and whatnot and do whatever they would like with that. When you're starting to sign up for social media and make platforms and accounts, you need to be very conscious in regards to, now that you're putting yourself out there, that your information could be possibly exploited in numerous types of ways.
And parents have to take an active role, or guardians have to take an active role in protecting your child or your youth or whoever is using it.
yeah, to the parents, I just say, like, talk to your kids, have that conversation, see who they're talking to. I mean, until they're a certain age, I'd say kind of monitor that stuff. It's not being wrong, but it's just being aware of what's going on in your kids' lives, especially after hours. You never know who they're talking to.
When it comes to criminal harassment, like unwanted messages online, police services and police officers will typically tell the victim to block that person and take screenshots.
And I always say save, block, talk. So if you guys can just remember that, it's important just to save the messages, block the person, and then talk to a trusted adult.
Online bullying can follow you everywhere. It can happen 24/7, and it can often feel like there's no safe space. The emotional toll that can lead to the feelings of anxiety, depression, and even loneliness. For some, it can even cause them to withdraw from social media entirely, or worse, retreat from their real-life relationships, or even towards suicidal ideations.
And yeah, it's just, I think that's something that a lot of people don't take into account, is what you can say can actually affect somebody for the rest of their life. So if you don't want to be spoken to or treated that way, don't do it to somebody else. Be aware that it's out there and learn ways to avoid it as best as you can. Biggest thing is just be kind to each other, be respectful, stand up for what's right, stand up for each other. And yeah, you're never alone. You think you are, you're not. There's always resources and people out there to help you. Don't ever be afraid to reach out, because some people, whether or not you think that people care or not, they might just not know what's going on in your life. And that's something for you to share, but people do care and they will get involved to help you. And if it does happen, don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it. Like, you have parents, you have teachers, you have staff that care. Reach out to them. People out there care about you, and you're never alone in these things. So you have to talk about it, because otherwise some people don't know.
So what can we do about it? First, it's about creating culture of kindness online. Be mindful of the words you use. And if you witness bullying, stand up and speak up. It's also about taking care of yourself. If you're dealing with cyberbullying, don't hesitate to reach out for support, whether it's friends, family, or professional help. And remember, it's okay to take breaks from social media.